Look at the way they checking me out. They was blind to the fact, but they seeing it now. They told me, hold your horses, dog, you too far from the crown. But from the view of the crowd, I'm going way too fast to ever slow down. That's what they keep on telling me. But why would I do that when I got everything they need? Why I'm everything they wanna be? All you haters can just get your shit and leave, cause no one cares about your music. Just sit back and watch me do it. No one cares about what you doing. Just sit back and watch me do it. Check me.
Now, I don't know about you all, but coloring my units is one thing that I find to be absolute important. Like, the color of my hair determines the way that I style myself. So in this video, I will be showing you all my personal coloring technique for my units. I also have, I believe, another video that I go into detail with as to how I color the knots on my frontals. I'm also gonna be showing it in this video as well. I don't know which one is gonna be more detailed, if it's this one or that one, because I'm still editing both, okay? But I'm showing you all how I color my units, and this technique isn't my beginner friendly technique. I want you all to know that this isn't beginner friendly. All right, but it does get the job done. I try to explain step by step with a voiceover how it is that you all should go about coloring your frontals, okay, without getting color on the lace. That's super important. So if that is something you're interested in watching, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you are notified as to when it is that I upload another video of this sort. And if this video has helped you, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe because it helped you, but also share it with somebody. All right, so I basically just said what I said before, just with extra emphasis. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna jump straight into this video, and I will be sure to see you all in my next one. Like you all see right here, the wig has been fully completed. All right, so all of the hair is sewn on, and this is all 5 bundles. Now, I went to Target and Walmart to pick up my hair color. I got the Revlon, what is it, 01, which is like jet black. And I got 4 boxes of those, as well as these Olia hair colors. Don't get those, okay? Don't get them at all. I switched my wig head to something that has plastic, the one that I use for coloring, and I'm going to segment the hair into sections. So I'm moving the frontal out the way, and then the actual bundles, I'm going to detangle them and then section those off as well, because you don't want to use too much of the dye on too much or too little dye. Like, you want just enough, and you want to be able to color the hair evenly. So try to make sure that your hair is sectioned off like so before you go into coloring, right? This is just going to make your life easier. So I use a clip to pin that away, and I'm going to mix all of the hair dyes. All right, and the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to have to mix them while coloring. All right, so all of them are going to mix. This is oil based, just so y'all know. That one is oil based, and I don't like it. And like I said before, warm water opens up the cuticle and the hair shaft. So I use warm water to open it up, and then I apply the color. Since this is chemical, all right, this dye is a permanent dye, therefore it is chemical. I try to make sure that I don't leave it on as long as I would my other dyes. Like, I won't leave this on overnight because it's chemically processing color. Even though it's depositing, you know, it's still a chemical process. And I saturate everything from root to tip because I don't want any browns anywhere in my coloring process. So next, what I'm going to do is comb the hair through. Like, I want all of that color and that mixture combed from root to tip. And if it's not saturated enough, I go in and I do even more. So my suggestion is 1 box for each bundle, even though you're going to be able to make it through, like, nonetheless. So right now I'm using my my L'Occitane clip to get all of that product out, and I'm mixing it together to go ahead and put it onto my lace. Now, I am going to break this down for y'all because this is where all the details come in. I don't start near the roots first, all right? I section extremely small sections, and once those sections are sectioned out, I start probably 2 inches down, I move down, and then I move up. And the reason being is because I don't want too much dye on my brush when I'm getting close, because I don't want it to process up and too close to my knots, all right? Especially because this is a permanent dye. So I get close, but not too close. And like I said, I start 2 inches. This is major key, y'all. Major key. Start 2 inches or 1.5 inches down. Move down before moving up. And have small sections. That's very important. Very small sections. Move down before you move up. And if you need to, work slow. Like, don't work fast if this is not your forte. I didn't have any color hit or touch my lace whatsoever. Like I said, this Olia dye sucks, so don't use that. I had to go back over it with the Revlon. Just stick to Revlon, all right? One, it's more affordable, so I like to use it. Olia is what I use on my natural hair clients, but as far as my weaves go, yeah, it's just not for me. So I use my personal silkening serum to make sure that this hair has the luster it needs, because the Revlon still doesn't give my units as much luster and shine as I would like it to. But back to what I was saying, I'm taking extremely small sections. Like, I'm saying this a lot because it's important. I'm starting 1.5 inches to 2 inches away. Then I am moving down before I move up, and I am combing that product through. Like, you don't need to focus on the ends necessarily at this point. It's primarily the roots, because the ends take like no time at all. And this is for those of you that don't want to use my dummy proof or beginner friendly technique with the Got to Be glue. You all should check out that video if you don't know what it is that I'm talking about. But this process of taking super small sections and starting 1 inch down first and then moving up will make it so much easier for y'all. And like, in my opinion, it's way more affordable because you don't have to get the Got to Be glue. All right. And so as you all see, once that is completed, then I am adding the product to the ends of the hair. And I still do the same thing. I spray warm water on this hair before I go ahead and add the color on it. Like I said, it opens up the cuticle. And that's what I do, like, to make sure that all of this hair gets processed. And once I'm done, I'm taking all the extra dye that I have left over and I'm saturating the hair, like all of the hair. All right, I am saturating it. And I'm taking a fine tooth comb throughout this process to comb all of this in. And the reason being is because I want every hair strand to be hit. Now, what I did is I left this on my unit for about 3 hours, I want to say. 3 hours, in my opinion, is still too long because it's a chemical. But it ended up working. Like, it ended up working for me. So I left it on for 3 hours. Then I went ahead and washed it out with cool water to prep it, okay? To prep it for completion. So that just about does it for this video. If you all have any questions, please let me know and I'll be sure to get back with you in the next. See ya.
So all of our